the onset, I would like to express my appreciation to the Taiwan-Asia Exchange Foundation for the invitation to speak once again in the 5th Yushan Forum, Resetting Priorities of Progress with Resilience. This annual forum provides a platform for establishing long-term partnerships and encourages the exchange of ideas on regional and thematic issues. My congratulations to the organizers' dedication in pushing through with this agenda despite the limitations of this pandemic. Having had the privilege to serve both in government under President Aquino's administration and again going back to the private sector, I have always valued the collaboration of government and the private sector in achieving outcomes to provide a better environment for a nation's people. As we navigate through the second year of the pandemic, myriads of inadequacies and vulnerabilities in the healthcare and education sectors, social protection schemes, supply chains, and infrastructure investments have been uncovered. In the Philippines, the Philippine Disaster Resilience Foundation, of which Ayala Corporation sits as co-chair, acted swiftly at the start of the pandemic to provide the much-needed financial assistance to the poorest of the poor to ensure that they had money for food and essentials despite being under very strict lockdowns. The Philippine business community came together to construct isolation facilities, increase testing capacities, and help address the health sector's much needed and urgent needs. Nevertheless, I am delighted to share that the difficulties we faced also made us realize that now more than ever, we need to further strengthen our collaboration efforts in the governance, economic, and regional spaces. To do this, we embraced a fresh perspective as we determined which needs carried more weight and urgency. Working in the infrastructure sector in the Philippines, I experienced firsthand how important and impactful it is to place inclusivity at the core of everything we do as we continue to soldier on our path towards sustainable and resilient recovery together. In the area of governance, the pandemic has revealed the need to strengthen the capacities of local government units and align local policies with the national agenda. Local and national governments need to work towards a central goal while ensuring transparency and accountability. On the economic front, building economic resilience, diversifying trade and production networks, and enhancing the business competitiveness and agility are indeed at the core of economic recovery. With this, collaboration among the private and public sectors, ensuring that prudent and monetary fiscal policies aid the emerging businesses that grew as new norms developed, and financial sector reforms all need to come together for this to happen. On the regional front, this is precisely why platforms like the Yushan Forum are essential. Many countries are now experiencing the third or fourth waves of the pandemic, and there seems to be no light at the end of the tunnel yet. Now is the time to intensify our regional partnerships, to find solutions, share best practices and resources, and policy developments. The pandemic has made it clear that countries cannot do it alone. We have a shared responsibility to find a solution to this pandemic. In closing, undoubtedly, no community, city, nor country in the region can be left behind. This is a very good moment to also reflect on how we view progress and how inclusivity, collaboration, and sustainability can be at the center of it. Our partnerships and regional links extend beyond borders, and knowing this gives me a new hope as we approach a post-pandemic era. Now more than ever, the need for cooperation and exchanging ideas is relevant to ensure our individual and collective resilience. Thank you very much for letting me be part of this forum and for allowing me to share some of my insights. My warmest congratulations again to everyone.